The debt relief for power utility Eskom was probably the most anticipated intervention. The Black Business Council has welcomed the speech, particularly the relief to small businesses in terms of the solar panels, as well as the relief given to Eskom. But it is disappointed that the public procurement bill was not touched on.
We hope and we were thinking that we need to utilize the bill to empower black people, empower women, empower young people. But the minister didn't say anything about it. We thought he was going to give us time frames because we've been dealing with this bill for the past 5-6 years. That has been disappointing. But the other disappointing issue is that the minister was not very clear on how do we fund and support small businesses, because in our view, small businesses and black businesses in particular, if you support them, you'll be able to create jobs, you'll be able to grow the economy. You're not going to grow the economy by supporting the established businesses, because it's very difficult. They've already have additional capacity. When you give them more money, they're not going to necessarily create jobs. So the problem we're having in South Africa is job creation.
On the other hand, small business financier Lulaland says this year's budget speech reflected the balancing act that the government is trying to achieve.
The minister recognises that high debt and service costs means the government can't spend on meaningful growth. And heeding the adage that a nation cannot tax its way to prosperity, SMEs and entrepreneurs will be happy to see no major tax increases. The limited tax increases appear, however, to be a result of an efficient SARS operation rather than economic growth. In fact, the minister highlighted this worsening medium-term outlook, which is concerning.
Some say there were no surprises.
There's no surprises, to be honest. But yes, I think that the infrastructure spending will assist in many areas, but will definitely assist in job creation. A concern that I have is that the energy incentives are more than likely not going to have an impact on broader society and specifically small businesses. So I think that small businesses might still bear the brunt of the economic downturn.
Last year, at the 2022 medium-term budget policy statement, economic growth was estimated to 2.5% from 1.9%. This year, the forecast has been lowered to 0.9% from 1.4% previously.
Yes, the Reserve Bank is quite pessimistic. It's not always a straight alignment between them and the National Treasury when it comes to these forecasts, so they've got different ways of doing it. We know that in history, the National Treasury has been very optimistic about economic growth, but in recent years they've been very on the button when it comes to what other forecasts are. So I'm quite comfortable with what they have there. They are also very much happy to do revisions as the year goes on. I think the fact that their forecast for this year economic growth is 0.9%, anytime you go below 1%, we're really concerned. And that's to the point, are we doing the right things to accelerate economic growth? We are certainly doing a bunch of the right things, but then load shedding almost undoes a lot of that effort.
In terms of revenue collection, FNB says the zero increases in corporate tax, personal income tax, VAT, fuel levy and the road accident fund levy will go a long way to help ease cash flow pressure on businesses as the economy continues to struggle. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.